Peace. This is Brother Hatim, and you have joined us on Giami Journey Radio. Be sure to check out our site and subscribe at tribe.giamijourney.com.
All my brothers and sisters, hold hands and bow your heads. Let us pray. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth amongst the gods. How long will you judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? I say, defend the poor and the fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and the needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of court. I have said, ye are God, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. Allahu Akbar.
This is Kadar Franks, and you are now listening to the Giami Journey Radio.
Keep up with the journey. Check out what we have done in the past. Go to journeyarchives.com.
This is Adnan Sheik, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Giami Journey Radio.
Be sure to follow Giami Journey on Facebook, Google+, and Twitter. Check us out. Join the journey.
This is Adnan Sheik, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Giami Journey Radio.
You are now listening to Giami Journey Radio with Monica. Enjoy.
This is Melina, and this is Giami Journey Radio.
This is Willie. Welcome to Giami Journey Radio. I want to give a shout out to Sibba Kevin, all my Sibba Nation out there. I want to give a shout out to my mom. I give a shout out to my dad for raising me and my family for being around me. And I want to give a shout out to the people of my generation that's trying to do something big.
This is Cleveland, and you're listening to Giami Journey Radio.
Peace, Hotep. It's Mansour Hotep, aka Mr. Deity. Mr. Deity, does it sound good? I think it sounds great. Right now, you listening to Giami Journey Radio.
If you're not adding anything to the culture that you claim, you don't deserve to carry his name. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live, and you are now listening to the Giami Journey Radio. Shouts out to the Giami tribe, Giami family. Stand up. Peace. you're not adding anything to the culture that you claim, you don't deserve to carry his name. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live, and you are now listening to the Giami Journey Radio. Shouts out to Giami Tribe, Giami family. Stand up.
And you are now listening to Giami Journey Radio. Peace.
This is Gina,
This is Gina.
and you are now
Now you listen to my daddy.
on Giami
Giami Journey
Radio.
Radio.
Peace.
Peace.
Enough. I have had enough. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live and direct. This is Giami Journey Radio. Yo, check this out.
You are now listening to Giami Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.
I'm sitting here once again at Shisha Lounge. Those of you that was able to check out the Hangout or caught the end of the Hangout, I got somehow the computer crashed and actually nobody came on the Hangout. I ain't even pissed off about that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, dude, when it start blowing up, I don't want you running, trying to get on my coattails. I'm sitting here with my producers back, and we giving me some good show topics. But what I want to do is, because until I'm able to get the equipment that I need so that I can mix all this up at one time and do one show, I got to kind of slide my other show back in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on what I was talking about tonight, cut it up a little bit, throw some you already heard some Orange 82 with I Have Had Enough with my introduction song. I'm gonna throw on some Mr. Deedy, and I might even get to some other Orange 82 music and keep it popping off here live at the Shisha Lounge. This is Brother Hatim, and once again,
You are now listening to Giami Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.
oops.
Peace. Peace. I'd like to welcome you to Giami Journey. This is Brother Hatim. Correct. Check. Check, check, check. Check 1 2, check 1 2. This is Brother Hatim. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Don't know what's going on. Here we go. Check. Check. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live and direct. I'm here at the Shisha Lounge, chilling as usual. I'm waiting for my ashtray. I asked for an ashtray. I didn't get one, so I don't know what's going on. But hey, it's good to be here tonight, and as usual, man, I've been dreaming about this, because this is my first live broadcast. So I'm gonna open up my group chat If anybody show up, cool. If not, cool too. I'm about to send out for the guests, but you know how we do it. I'm going to um, go through my stuff, um, and then hopefully we get some guests. If not, we're gonna kick it, because that's what we do. That's how we do it. So let me go and make sure I get these invites out once again. Send it out again. So we'll see what happens. So now, I'm running late because when you doing when you do something and blessed to do something that you love, sometimes time just evaporates. So I've been at the office. I'm getting some stuff ready for next year because it's the end of the school year, as I mentioned yesterday on the show last night on Thunderous Thursdays. Right now it's Freestyle Friday, and I'm gonna keep it all the way live and do my freestyle piece. So first, sending out shots to those things that I love. Sending out shots to my brother PJ. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up. Hopefully in some form or fashion you're gonna be able to hear. Here to sending out shots, sending out shots to Gianni Tribe, sending out shots and apologies to Mr. Deity as well as Orange 82 because I can't play your music right now. So until I get up to a point where I'm able to do the music, and I'm working towards that as fast as I can. Until I get up to a point where I'm able to do the music, you're gonna have to constantly be dealing like this, all right, for now, maybe for the next 3 months, because I got to budget it to get the equipment that I need, because the goal is to increase my presence on YouTube as well as continue doing the podcast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go home and I'm going to cut this podcast up. I'm going to cut this, I guess this, you consider this hangout. I'm going to cut this hangout up and put some of the music in between it and keep the format the way I had it for Gianni Freestyle Fridays when I was on podcast and when I was on Spreaker, and I still got my show on Spreaker. So if you look on the side walls when you come up, you're able to look on there and see what's going on as far as some of the stuff that I do. Let me pull that up right now so that I can. So, alright, so of course, me being Brother Hatim, being Gianni, I got several things that I'm supporting, that I'm talking about. So let's talk about some of the stuff that I do. Alright, make sure you go to try.giannijourney.com. You can register and get with us because I got some exciting stuff coming up because I'm learning new stuff every day that I do. I got some. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more tonight. But you can follow me on YouTube, Hatim Gianni. On YouTube, you can hit me up. I'm Hatim. You can look up HA2TIM on Google, on Google Plus. Make sure you check out some of my. Everything is moving extremely slow. This is the problem with when I get outside the house. So everything moves slow for me. So I'm gonna have to move a little bit slower too, until I get to a point where I got a little studio where I can do it for. But I don't think I'm ever gonna stop doing coming to the hookah shop. So you can check out my author's page. It's on my showcase. You can check out my. You can check out December Rescue, Release, and Restore fundraiser that we got going because it's December time, as y'all know. So, I got the hype of December time is coming a little bit faster for me this year. So, we really need those that assistance from those people that support the positive things that we're doing in the community. Also, we have a question and answer page, so you can feel free to ask any questions that you want because it's Freestyle Friday, and I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to foster some type of conversation. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be even all the way positive. It could be a balanced conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, and also hangouts. Let me walk you through this. So now, when you get on the game, when you move your cursor to the left, you have a tiny screen that comes out, and you're able to use some of the functions. At the top, you got chat. Next to that, you got screen share, which we'll be using in some future podcasts or hangouts. Then you got the showcase. That's my showcase. You can check that out. You got questions and answers. You can take pictures of yourself. If you come into the hangout, I got Uber conference. So when we want to do a big conference, you got a little pencil where you can draw mustaches and shit on people. You also got YouTube. You got other effects. You got all types of little effects that you can use. So now, for those that's new to this, some of you can start using this because just like with podcasting, I encourage everybody that's listening to me to get out and do your own thing. Let me know when you're doing this so I can join you on the Hangout or follow you on Spreaker because it's important that we get our voices out here while we can. So now, as we approach the summertime, I got to get back to one of the questions that I originally had was, what are you doing for the youth in your area? You know what I'm saying? That's one of the questions I got up on the board. Let me put my questions up. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we talk about a lot of issues that's going on in the community, but the bottom line is figuring out what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to click on the one that I want. Boom. Alright. So the question that's on the board is, what do you have planned for the youth in your area? Because the black community does not exist. I challenge anyone to prove me wrong this summer to keep them learning and busy. So the question is, what do you have planned for the youth in your area this summer to keep them learning and busy? Now, of course, with Gianni, because I talk about what me and my crew been doing, what me and my tribe have been doing and will continue to be doing. Every 2 weeks we have a meeting for young people, and every other week, so it's like we're meeting 4 times a month. Adults two times a month to prepare for the youth, and the youth that we can go and deal with that. You know what I'm saying? We got the warrior training piece, and you catch that on Spreaker, and eventually I'm gonna start podcast. I'm gonna start hanging out with that too. I'm gonna do a hangout for that too, so that those of you that's interested could follow us. And then once we move up to video, you'll be able to get a video footage of what's going on in the training and be able to ask questions directly. So but, you know, that's part of what we're doing. Also, another piece of what we're doing for our Gianni, because Gianni is a chapter of Simba Central Nation, Rescue, Release, and Restore. If you look on my cards over there, we're raising funds for that right now, because this year we're trying to take about 40 youth up to the camp. So we're going to try to do about 30 to 35 boys and 5 to 10 girls. You know, because these camps are rites of passage camps to introduce the young people to other young people that might be having struggles. We also do the same for the young brothers and let them know and hook them up with a network of strong and balanced adults. You know what I'm saying? Nation builder age, warrior, nation builder age, and elders. You know what I'm saying? So that they know that they are not in the world alone. So once some of these kids come to the camp, they become part of the family, and they become a yearly pilgrimage. You know what I'm saying? So now what I'm doing is I'm challenging those of you out there that know that there's a conspiracy against young black men, a conspiracy against young black females. We can see it playing out in front of our faces. You have an opportunity to either step up and start doing something. If it's nothing but a monthly meeting, you know what I'm saying? You meet 3 times in the summer and give kids something to look forward to. Because one of the things that I'm really proud of my tribe for is that we have been able, on a shoestring budget, we have been able to pull enough money together to feed our kids. Every other week they come, we feed their mind, we feed their spirit, we feed them emotionally, and we feed them physically, food and exercise. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we just had our annual physical fitness test, and what I'm hearing from the young people as well as the adults involved in, Brother Hatem, why we only do this once a month? You know what I'm saying? It bothers me that I got all these people that belong to the talk a lot tribe. You know what I'm saying? They just talk a lot. They talk a lot. They throw threats. They do stupid shit because they got time to do that. Those people that's in the do something tribe, you know what I'm saying? The do something family. Their last name is do something. You know what I'm saying? So when you see them, they're doing something. They're too busy to get up on the internet and just talk shit. They too busy to get up on the internet and just post dumb shit. But those people in the talk a lot tribe, they could do that. So now the question to you, are you part of the talk a lot tribe, or are you part of the do something tribe? Are you doing something? If you're doing something, call in and let me know. Hit me up, let me know. If you're doing something, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Because the most important piece for me is we know what traps are out here for us as adults and for our youth. And if you are doing nothing but going to work, doing nothing but watching TV, if you are doing nothing but perusing Facebook and Twitter, if you are doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just talking a lot. Whether you're talking with your thumbs or you're talking with your mouth, you know what I'm saying? You basically are a worthless piece of fat, a worthless piece of flesh, because anybody that does not promote the culture don't deserve to claim it. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing people talk all this shit about, we come from kings and queens, so I guess the ancestors is just supposed to liberate us. When in fact we have the tools and the information to liberate our minds so that we can liberate our economic system, so that we can liberate our emotions, so we can liberate our spirit. But a lot of people aren't doing nothing with it. They're just talking. And from talk, you get absolutely nothing. Matter of fact, it's a waste of breath for some people because that's all they do. And I know that some of y'all sit out there.
All right, now, right there, I'm talking about the do nothing. I mean, my fault. You talk a lot and do something. I'm part of the do something people, so I got to get out here and do something. This is Brother Hatem coming at you live.
You are now listening to Giami Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.
Alright, now I'm back. So now what I'm doing is I'm rehashing the program or rehashing the show that I just did. Because until I'm able to get the equipment that I need to mix the music in and do everything at once, I got 2 different shows, so I got the melding. What I'm doing is melding. And I encourage everybody out there, you know what I'm saying, that's interested in YouTube, that's interested in podcasting, man, the best way to do it is to jump in and just do it. Mistakes happen, things happen, and you have to make adjustments. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on something by Mr. Dearby called Black Woman. So stay tuned.
This one's for you.
Mr. Dearby. let me start at the beginning. Way before the ratchetness, before they raped our women. Way black. Black in the time, a woman can't come from a man, so she birthed mankind. Through that holy yoni in between her legs divine. You can't see it from this angle with the Eurocentric mind. You've been trained well, so your future is behind. Take a look around, girl, the truth ain't hard to find. See that white standard of beauty got you bleaching your mind. For 400 years they said you was ugly, but you're fine. Shit, more than fine, got a beauty they can't match even. Brains too strong and wise like Queen Sheba. Most can't deal with your strength, that's why they still beat ya. Took you out the Holy Trinity, but still need ya. Back to black consciousness is where I'm trying to see ya. I'm a Tsar, you're a set, on the throne is where I keep ya. Black woman. Most of us think your position is minuscule. Cook, clean, serve, all you was put here to do. Not realizing these qualities were put into you. Cause your leadership skills are natural. Don't believe me, Queen Nzinga led the war against them crackers, fool. My people sleep, so I teach, that's what a master do. Grew up with visions of chauvinistic theatricals. Now it's my mission to grab the culture and get back to you. So we can show the seeds what it is they have to do. Break the chains, runaway slave, they coming after you. Keep the men and women at odds and take the child too. Make sure she have more than one baby daddy, yeah, that'll do. 400 years later, no savior, they Willie lynched you. So take a listen, black woman, let me heal you. Any man that breaks you down really fears you. My elder Shabaka say what the women do, the men do. So when you start the revolution, we right here with you. Some swear the black woman ain't shit. I say this queen is everything, even the ratchets. You just forgot who you are. I'ma help you remember. You're the mother of civilization. From the light-skinned hue to those darker than blue. Black woman, I never turn my back on you. You're beautiful without that perm. You're a queen without that weave. Love yourself, cause sister, I love you. Respect yourself, cause sister, I respect you. Apologies to those I disrespected before my mind was free. Let's take it back to go forward like Sankofa. Ride with me. She was here when we was kings, chilling on the throne. Proper placement, utmost respected. Her needs never neglected. Embracing her higher consciousness, the true essence, the procreator. From her I got my best blessing. My life she manifested. I'm forever indebted to her collection. Can't objectify her, she's more than breast and flesh skin. Think not, then you need correction of your perception. I'm talking about the first wonder of the world's possessions. Here for more than cooking and cleaning. Without her, man wouldn't truly experience being. Don't doubt her goddess ability of honing fertility. Just love her and preserve her identity. The black woman, when I see her, something gets into me. Beautiful inspiration like a pyramid. Amazing, brings out the best of me on occasion. They made her forget who she was, that's why I made this. Next time you're riding with your daughter, brother, play this.
Black
All right, this is me back right now at the Freestyle Lounge. I'm sitting up here. I got my producer, Sebek. Miss Days just walked in, came and gave me a hug and all that. Hey, you know, but hey, now what I want to share right now before we get back into my hangout that I did earlier, I've been doing some reading, and one of the books that I'm reading right now is a book by a dude by the name of Plutarch. And Plutarch basically wrote a book called Parallel Lines. And it was less of a history book and more of identifying the characters of leadership. And he studied, at that time, the Greek and the Roman societies, and he looked for those that had made great contributions to Western civilization. And he talked about a lot of good things. It's a very long book. It's like 3 volumes. You can get it for 99 cents on Google Books. It's hard to find because it's an old book, it's a thick book, and a lot of people don't have time to sit down and dedicate themselves to it. But this was regular reading for the likes of Abraham Lincoln and generals in the military. And the book highlights the importance of certain principles. And I want to read something from one of my favorite chapters in that book about this guy named Lycurgus. Lycurgus was the lawgiver of the Spartans. So those of you that watched 300, y'all heard me talk about this guy before, but those of you that watched 300 and want to know what type of training or what the Spartans did, because when he was born into Sparta was nothing like it was after he passed away. He totally changed the whole society. He changed the economic system. He changed their view of the territory. He changed their view of the people. He limited how many people could actually become Spartans. But for those of you that's nation builders, I want you to listen to this. For those of you that are warriors, I want you to listen to this. For those of you that are thinkers, I want you to listen to this. This is verse 7. Lycurgus did not establish any written laws. Indeed, this is distinctly forbidden by one of the so-called Ratras. He thought that the principles of most importance for the prosperity and honor of the state would remain most securely fixed if implanted in the citizens by habit and training, as they would then be followed from choice rather than necessity. For this method of education made each of them into a lawgiver like himself. The trifling conventions of everyday life were best left undefined by hard and fast laws, so that they might from time to time receive correction or additions from men educated in the spirit of the Lacedaemonian system. Now, the actual name of the Spartans is the Lacedaemonians. On this education, the whole scheme of Lycurgus' laws depended on Rhetoric, as we have seen, forbade the use of written laws. Another was directed against expenditures, and ordered that the roof of every house should consist of beams worked with the axe, and that the doors should be worked with saw alone, and with no other tools. Lycurgus was the first to perceive the truth which Epimenides is said in later times to have uttered about his own table, when he said that such a dinner has no room for treachery. He saw that such a house as that has no place for luxury and expense, and that there is no man so silly and tasteless as to bring couches with silver, purple hangings, or golden goblets into a simple peasant house, but that he would be forced to make his furniture match the house and his clothes match his furniture, and so on. In consequence of this, it is said that the elder Leotychides, when dining in Corinth, after looking at the costly paneled ceiling, asked his host whether the trees grew square in that country. Now, the piece, what I wanted to read, the part that I want to get across is that in forming this society of warriors, in forming the society of these warriors, as violent as they were,
He didn't believe in, or their culture didn't allow written laws. But it had to be ingrained upon the heart of each individual. So they didn't need police because every individual had been brought up in this manner and in this way. You know what I'm saying? So they would check each other. Now, bros out there, you know what I'm saying? This is something we need to really start building on. We have to develop the codes in which we live, and which don't necessarily have to be written down, which is crazy because that's the way that I strive to do it in geometry, as far as the questions and stuff, because the questions, I'm trying to ingrain something into a person's heart. So what Lycurgus was doing was ingraining the ways of his people, not on tablets, but on the soul and the heart of each member, so that they would be the law keepers and no outside force would be necessary to help maintain this culture. All right, so now I'm done with that piece. That's a little additive that I added. That's a little free something. I'm gonna throw Plutarch on my best readings list. But since I'm done with that, now this is what we're gonna do. We're going back to the Hangout. But I tell you might talk right now. That's what the fuck I do. That's one of the skills I have, because we coming into the days now where the most important thing is your circle, the circle of true friends that you have around you. You know, your tribe. You know what I'm saying? Who can you depend on in a crisis? You know what I'm saying? You need to start building your circle now. And that comes with training the youth, because when you start training the youth, what starts to happen is you start seeing the real from the unreal, because you got brothers that talk a lot of shit, but they'll never show up for a meeting. You got brothers and sisters that talk a lot of shit, but they'll never bring no food to a meeting or even come themselves. You know what I'm saying? You have people that talk a lot of shit, but they'll never spend the time to put together a class or a course for young people to go through. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of that. You know what I'm saying? My piece is I'm putting a challenge out to the community. Outdo me. You know what I'm saying? Outdo me. You know what I'm saying? And those of you that are outdoing me, I salute you. But those of you that just talking, those of you that just posting stuff on Facebook and you're not teaching the kids how to use the social network, and you're not teaching other people how to take advantage of the social network, you bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You're wasting time. You know what I'm saying? Our people need individuals of action. We need people that are willing to be active. We need people that's willing to get out and do shit and not just talk shit. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about doing stupid shit. I'm talking about right now, what we could do right now, because as I saw those kids walking across the stage, right, I started wondering, what is each of my kids going to do over the summer? So each one of them, when I say bye to them, I have to say, be safe. You know, because we know what type of world is out there. We know what's out there. And it kind of scares me when I have to let my kids go. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that in many ways that my kids are blessed, because they have me to come home to, or me to be at home with them, or their mother to be at home with them. But a lot of my kids are going to single parent homes, mostly ran by women. You know what I'm saying? And there is no balance in the house. And there's no backup in the house, and there's no security in the house. Since I'm on this shit now, brothers, let me say this to you. You know, as men talking, huddle up, come on in hard. You know what I'm saying? Black men, huddle up, listen up. God damn it, listen. We are the protectors of the territory. Well, not even the territory. We're protectors of the area. Now, I know some of y'all wondering why I say that, because in my thing I say I challenge people to prove to me that there is a such thing as the black community, because we don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Because a community is nothing but a miniature nation. I go through this every 3 weeks. A community is nothing but a miniature nation. If it is not a group or a community of people with territory, economic life, well, my fault, a group of people a community or group of people that are. What is a nation? A nation is a stable, historically developed community of people with territory, economic life, distinctive culture, language, and common. Now let's say that again. What is a nation? A nation is a stable, historically developed community of people. So when you talk about a community, where do we have a historically developed group of people with stability? You know what I'm saying? That is the bottom line of that. That is the first line of defense for a community, for a nation. Stable, historically developed community of people. Where is that at? You know what I'm saying? Most of us live in a transient existence. Most of us don't plan to live in a neighborhood, or we don't want to live in a neighborhood for too long. We always want to move up, and there's nothing wrong with that, but we have to look at what we're doing. You see what I'm saying? Are we moving up to an area that is totally controlled by us? When I say totally controlled by us, I'm talking about with a territory that belongs to us, where we name the streets. You know what I'm saying? If we don't have nothing but a cul-de-sac, that cul-de-sac has the name that we decided as a group to put on. We govern it, we run it, right? That's a community. And from that area, an economic life can spring up, because from a group of people living within close proximity of each other, economics develop. We start trading things. First we start trading services, and then eventually we can move to trading money. And then eventually we might need a store in a community, and that store will bring in money. And that store's money would not only try to keep money in our community, we would start buying and purchasing necessary goods and services from each other. You know what I'm saying? And the man's major role is to protect that. You know, right now, you know what I'm saying, what we're protecting? We're protecting hoods that we don't even control. You know what I'm saying? Come on, dude, we gotta do better than this. You know what I'm saying? I walked into a hood to go pick up one of my kids the other day for school. I had to go and to pick them up, and I rode up there with one of my coworkers, and I got out the car. The niggas swarming all over the place. Niggas, I mean, it looked like I was in an ancient medieval village. Niggas sitting around not doing shit. Got the pit bulls out in the middle of the day. Nobody working. I guess they selling dope or doing whatever the fuck. Tattoos all over their face. Sitting up here, is this a Gaul community? You know what I'm saying? Is this the ancient Vandals and Thuginis that's running around this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? It's a community of people like me, that look like me. You know what I'm saying? Sitting around doing absolutely nothing. Paying rent to somebody. Swearing that's their territory. Can't disrespect my set, club. Listen, man, that's some bullshit. Listen, we need to start planning and strategizing. You know what I'm saying? Those of you that are already organized, if you got any form of organization, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to start coming together and pulling your money into investment. Y'all need to start thinking about where y'all gonna move to as a group. If y'all that close, why y'all can't get houses together? Why y'all can't get a row of duplexes and move your whole crew in there and their families and pledge to keep that community safe? Because that's our major role, man. We bring the stability and the safety to a community as men. You know what I'm saying? Women actually is the hub of the wheel. I mean, and I'm not gonna say one is more important than the other, because each one has a role. But women, you are the hub, because what you do is you train up the next generation. You know what I'm saying? You protect and give birth to the true wealth of the community, which is the children. Man, listen, I mean, we done fell so far off, you know what I'm saying? We done got caught up in this bullshit. We done fell so far off that we don't know our ass to the top of our head. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to building, we have fallen last on this planet. People all over the world, I believe, are laughing at us. We are sitting in the belly of the beast. We are sitting in a place where we have the opportunity to build, but because we so used to eating up out of our enemies' hands, those people that claim that they are enemies, and people that we claim are enemies, we so used to eating out their hands and so comfortable at it that we don't even try to get out. Now, and this reminds me of a scene from The Godfather where The Godfather said, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. If you ever want to know what that look like, look at the relationship between black people and white people in America, or black people and those with power in America. We eating up out their goddamn hands. You know what I'm saying? We eating up out their hands. And we don't even have the sense. We don't have the sense to even know that we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? It is trifling and it's sad. You know, and we got to have this real talk. This real talk. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to be able, if we don't start listening to the truth, no matter how it comes. You know what I'm saying? Because think about this. If I was to come and be nice and throw all the statistics and all this shit, most people wouldn't listen. Matter of fact, they ain't even listening now. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna change because man, I'm so hyped. I was so hyped to come and do my first hangout at the Shisha Lounge. You know what I'm saying? I was so hyped about coming here and doing it because this is why. I'm sitting up here like I'm sitting on a golden opportunity. I don't know why, but I feel like I done stumbled on a gold mine when I discovered how to do these hangouts and how to incorporate, you know what I'm saying, where I could put up my image, or I could put up the image of the phoenix, which is the symbol of my tribe. You know, and speaking of that, let me get on my tribe for a second. You know what I'm saying? Because in many ways, I'm proud as hell of what I have accomplished as far as.
All right, check this out. Now I'm back. So, you are now
listening to Gianni Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.
Alright, so I'm still sitting here at the Seashore Lounge. It's about 12:30, and my hangout got cut off early because my computer froze. I don't know what happened with that. So what I'm doing, it gave me a little bit of time to re-upload it so that you can hear it in its entirety here on my speaker station. You know, little few things don't stop me. So I'm reading from Plutarch's Parallel Lives, and I'm going through it. You know, I'm going through all the volumes. I'm listening to it on Spreaker. I got it written out so I can keep up with it on my Google. But anyway, here we go. Considering education. This is verse 8 on Lycurgus. The Lacedaemonian, also known as the Spartans. They had about 3 or 4 different names, but here we go. Considering education to be the most important and noblest work of a lawgiver, he began at the very beginning and regulated marriages and birth of children. It is not true that, as Aristotle said, he endeavored to regulate the lives of women and failed, being foiled by the liberty and habits of command which they had acquired by the long absences of their husbands on military expeditions, during which they were necessarily left in sole charge at home. Wherefore, their husbands looked up to them more than was fitting, calling them mistresses. But he made what regulations were necessary for them also. He strengthened the bodies of the girls by exercising running, wrestling, hurling quoits, or javelins, in order that their children might spring from a healthy source and so grow up strong, and that they themselves might have strength so as easily to endure the pains of childbirth. He did away with all affection of seclusion and retirement among the women, and ordained that the girls, no less than the boys, should go naked in processions and dance and sing at festivals in the presence of the young men. The jokes that they made upon each man were sometimes of great value as reproof for ill conduct, while on the other hand, by reciting verses written in praise of the deserving, they kindle a wonderful emulation and thirst for distinction in the young men.
For he who had been praised by the maidens for his valor went away congratulated by his friends. While on the other hand, the raillery which they used in sport and jest had a keen and edge as a serious reproof, because kings and elders were present at these festivals, as well as the other citizens. Now, let me stop there. First off, we have a society of basically single women raising men. And because Lycurgus laid down the laws, not only for the boys, but for the girls, for them to learn it by heart, they had to live by it. And what started to happen was that the women started running the society out of necessity, because the men were always gone. So we look at the word mistress and we think, well, the woman. No, mistress back then meant was a word of respect given to the person that ran the house. So when you call somebody a mistress, it wasn't the other woman, it was a term of honor back then. Now, these women kept the men in check, because during the festivals, when they came back from battle, if they had acted dishonorably in battle or in society, they would be disrespected by the women and lose face. And the women kept keep the whole society in line. Black women, I hope you listening to what the fuck I'm saying. This whole society was built up on women who raised young men and young girls on their own and impressed the principles of the society on the children's hearts. And they were able to maintain this shit for 500 years. And I want to stress this, because this is why I'm reading from this for those, because I am the Hotep hobo that a lot of y'all talk about. One of the reasons I'm reading Lycurgus is because the structure that he is using for his military came from Egypt. Read it for yourself. I'll go back and I'll find it for you in a little while, but there's one piece that I want to read to you. So here we go. I'm going to finish this last verse. And I want y'all to listen to this part closely, because they quoted it wrong in the movie 300. Now listen. So, we're going down, and the festival where kings and elders were present, and these festivals as well as the other citizens. This nakedness of the maidens had in it nothing disgraceful, as it was done modestly, not licentiously, producing simplicity and teaching the women to value good health and to love, honor, and courage no less than the men. This it was that made them speak and think, as we are told Gorgo, the wife of Leonidas, y'all remember Leonidas from 300, did. So now, check this out. I want y'all to listen to this shit, because this shit is crucial. Some foreign ladies, it seems, said to her, you Laconian women are the only ones that rule men. She answered, yes, for we alone bring forth men. So now, in their society, they felt so highly about themselves, not only the men, because they carried themselves in a certain way, and the women, through how they dealt with them, made them feel either praised or guilty about what they did. You know what I'm saying? They had to act with honor. If they didn't act with honor, they wouldn't get no pussy. Let's just break it down. You wouldn't get no woman, right? That's one of the cornerstones of any great civilization. When the women understand their role in helping maintain what men do. Because men do things to get women. We go to war to get women. We get good jobs to get women. We buy cars to get women. We dress nice to get women. So women are the hub, as I'm going to say in my on my Hangout when I turn it back on. The women are the hub of society, because they nurture the next generation. They nurture the only wealth that a nation has. Its children. Other than its time, we had that too. But this is what she told the woman. You Laconian women are the only ones that rule men. And she answered, yes, for we alone bring forth men. So what she was saying, the pride in her culture was so strong that she felt that there was no other man on the planet other than Spartan men. Because Spartan men
came from Spartan women. And all the women all over the Western world, at least at that time, was jealous of Spartan women because Spartan women had freedoms that they didn't have. And I want you to think about that. So the Spartan woman boosted up the Spartan man so the Spartan man could go to battle and carry himself honorably because he knew that the same honor that he carried in his heart, his woman carried. Now, where the fuck is that in my community right now? My fault, we don't got no community. Where the fuck is that in our areas right now? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is going on? They got this whole system from us. They say it clearly in the book, and we running around doing dumb shit. I mean, I see more dumb shit on Facebook than I could, you know what I'm saying? Cats wearing hats and shit. You know what I'm saying? Black folks fighting on fucking on Facebook and filming the shit. We taking time to do all this dumb shit. Where is the movement towards greatness? It seems like we're stuck on stupid, and we need to get up out that shit. Now I need to stop, and we're gonna go back to my piece. Once again, it's Brother Hatem. I'm broadcasting live from the Shisha Lounge. I've been joined by my producer, Brother Sebek, you know, because we're about to do some big things. So I hope you stay tuned. And I'm going back to the Freestyle Friday.
You are now listening to Giami Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.
As building the tribe up, and certain members of the tribe that I'm very, very proud of. But there's some of you motherfuckers that's claiming Giami, it's starting to piss me off, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no learning going on. I'm hearing that motherfuckers are stealing from each other. I'm hearing that there's beef. I got my young brothers beefing on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And I know that we family. We supposed to fall out every now and then. But y'all, it's time for us to start pulling together because all of us got kids. And we don't want our kids running around here having beef with each other because we weren't able to pull our shit together. We don't want our children working and slaving because we weren't able to pull our shit together. It's damn near 200 of 200 of us as far as Giami. Damn near 200. You know what I'm saying? Sitting right here in Columbus. And then we ain't even counting the other people we have influenced or the other networks that we are plugged into. And we still have not started making master moves. We still have not started producing music. We still have not started producing video content. We still have not started promoting the books and activities as far as in a nation building facility, in a nation building capacity. Listen. So this is a call to my fam, yo. Those of you that's doing what you're supposed to do, let this shit roll down your back. This is like water on a duck's back. Let it roll down your back. But the motherfuckers that's not doing shit, and if you know who it is and you just happen to be listening to this, pass this on to other family members. Because it's time for y'all to rise. The phoenix has burnt up and turned to ashes. Now the egg is coming back together. And like the great bailing bird of the ancient Kemites, we are going to rise. And either you're going to be with us or you're not. You know what I'm saying? And see, because this is one of the reasons I'm excited. Because one, listen, I know I got a mouthpiece and I know I can talk. I know I can do 3 to 6 hours by my motherfucking self because I done did it before. Those of you that didn't listen to my shows, I done did it before. This is nothing to me. This is what I do. This is what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? And as the popularity starts to grow, I want to make sure that I draw the lines right now so those of you that's listening can understand what I'm doing. Because this usually this is how it goes down. I don't want individuals coming and trying to get some of the light from the shine that's gonna happen once the message get out. Cause check this out. This is what happens, and y'all need to. Those of you that's out there that's building, you need to understand this. What happens is you have motherfuckers who secretly wish for your downfall, secretly wish for you to fail, because by you doing what you do, you make them uncomfortable, and they sit back and they kind of wish and hope for your failure, and they never come out until you start to shine. And when you start to shine, they're the ones at the club that's wanting you to buy them drinks. So they come and buy you a drink, and they start talking with you because now they want to get back involved. But when it was time to do the heavy lifting, you was by your motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing heavy lifting right now. You know what I'm saying? And I post this on Facebook and see how many repostings I get, how many retweets I get. Most of the retweets, repostings, most of the people that's buying my books is outside. It's people I don't even know. And I appreciate every last one of you. You know what I'm saying? But the point that I'm saying is that those of you that are in my circle understand that the noose is the door is being closed. And if you do not get active soon and start stepping up into your responsibility, if you don't start stepping up into what you say you wanted to do, you know what I'm saying, or what you claiming that you want to do, the door's gonna shut. It's gonna shut. I ain't gonna have no holler for you. You understand what I'm saying? Because the PC is doing this. I done gave. I done gave. You know what I'm saying? And we haven't built. And it's time for us to either shit or get off the pot. Or some of y'all this shit or get off the pot. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been doing my work. Now it's time for you to get up and do your goddamn work. Alright? So here we go. Now, I need to send out shots. Check out my podcast, Folk Tales for Grown Folks. That will continue to be on Spreaker. Every now and then I may break out some tales here, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to switch that over yet until I'm able to do both. You know what I'm saying? Continue to check me out on Spreaker. Is Spreaker.com/user/Hatim, which is HA2TIM. Also, check us out at tribe.giamijourney.com. You can also check me out at giamijourney.com. That's my blog. And for those of you that may not know how to find it, what I've done is I have set up on giamijourney.com. I have set up the podcast on my page, on my blog page. So what I'm about to do, I'm about to send out another link for anybody that might be out there that might have stopped by that want to listen or is listening. I'm about to send out another link to my Twitter, to my Facebook, to my Google Plus, and to all my pages, so that I could get at least make the offer for some people to come in and check me out. So let's do it like this. Everybody probably got YouTube, so I'm going to cut. Hold on, y'all. So, because it's kind of hard for me to do all this at one time. So now, for those that don't know, check this out. It's a nice app that you can have on your phone or your computer. It's called Hootsuite. And with Hootsuite, I'm able to use all of my posts to all of my social networks at the same time. Everything but Instagram. I haven't figured out how to post on Instagram yet through this, but I could check out my timeline, which I needed to have this up anyway, so I could look at my timelines and see some of the shit that's happening. So it's moving slow because I'm doing the hangout and I'm in a public place. There's a lot of bandwidth being used and shit like that. So now, let me tell you about some of the stuff that we're going to be doing this summer. One of the things that I have discovered that I could do is that I'm building courses. I'm going to build courses around Gianni. It's gonna be like a little university, a college. You know what I'm saying? So when people come, self-mastery is a big issue, and we're gonna be working on it. We're gonna be working on warrior training and and nation building and all that. So I'm gonna need, for those of you that's really serious and that's interested, get with me at tribe, TRIBE .Gianni Journey, GYENYAME JOURNEY.com. I have a registration piece there where you could get registered. Let me know who you are, or just follow me on Facebook and Twitter so that you can be aware of all the stuff that I'm doing. So right now I'm about to post a link for on all of my networks. Magic Hour gonna be starting back up, by the way. I spoke with Kid Magic. Brother Kid is going to start recording the show. Magic Hour is a show of underground hip hop music. All of it's from Columbus or local artists. Let's just say underground artists from right now Columbus, but we're going to expand it to all over the country. Let me see.
I'm back, and you are now listening to Gianni Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Alright, now I'm back. Yo, I'm live here at the Seashore. The other one I'm still at the Seashore. It's approaching 1 a.m. We are still kicking it. I told you I can do this all night and forever. This is what I do. This is what I love doing. So, hey, here we go. So, we're studying Plutarch and his chapter on the Curges, the lawgiver of the Spartans. And now, listen to this. A father had not the right of bringing up his offspring, but had to carry it to a certain place called Lashe, where the elders of the tribe sat in judgment. Oh my God. What the hell just happened? Where the elders set in judgment upon the child if they thought it well built and strong. They ordered the father to bring it up and assign one of the 9,000 plots of land to it. But if it was mean or misshapen, they sent it away to the place called the Exposure, a giant upon such of Mount Taygetus, where they considered that if a child did not start in possession of health and strength, it was better both for itself and for the state that he should not live at all. Wherefore the woman used to wash their newborn infants with wine, not with water, to make the child of their constitution. Now, I know that sounds kind of hard, but the part that I'm focusing on is that a man had not the right to bring up his offspring. He had to first present his child to the elders, so that the elders would approve of the child. Now, I'm not saying that children need to be put out and exposed and shit like that, but I just want you to understand how deep this culture was, how deep it was, and how serious they took their culture. That they would go to the point of judging from birth. Whether you have the qualities needed for to be a Spartan man, because there can only be 9,000 Spartans. See, now we gonna look at that. We gotta break that down. There can only be 9,000 Spartans. So if there was 1 million people, this is why when you look on the shields on the movie, the shields go up into the form of a pyramid. I think that's the letter lambda. I'm not 100% sure, but the top of the pyramid represents the few people that rule over the many. And this is where we get a lot of this shit in our culture right now as far as the Western culture, because the few rule over the many. You know, but they're not as in shape as the Spartans. They're not doing it like the Spartans. But there's pieces that we can glean some wisdom from in this. And I just want that to be clear to you. So now I'm gonna let the show finish up, then I'm gonna come back, do my grand finale, and we're gonna get the hell up and out of here, you know, because it's time for me to go lay it down. This is Brother Hatim, and you.
You are now listening to Giami Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.
Mr. Diddy.
I guess that's the end.
Let me send out another one on my Google.
Well, that's the end. You can stop there right there. So I'd like to thank you for joining me for my double Freestyle Friday. It's been great. Thank you for listening. I suggest that you go out and get Parallel Lives. Check that out. Be on the lookout for some of the coursework for Giami, for those interested in nation building training and warrior training, because we're about to take it to the next level. It's time for us to start doing some big things. Isn't that right, Mr. Sabak? He gave a thumbs up, so that means we on mission. I want to send shouts out to Brother Devin. I want to send shouts out to Royalty, Brother Deshaun. I want to send some shouts out to Sister Shamika. I want to send shouts out to Sister Janelle, because I see she was trying to call in. I don't have it down yet, but I'm gonna get it down so I can make sure that those that want to be on the show can be on the show. I want to send shouts out to Brother Asaru. I want to send shouts out to Mr. Deity, Orange 82. I also want to send shouts out to all those that are in the Giami family. Yo, Giami family. Giami family, stand up. You know what I'm saying? It's time for y'all to stand up. We've been bending over too long. It's time for us to stand up and start doing some serious building. We all have kids. We all out here struggling. So now it's time for us to start using some of the wisdom that our ancestors left us to start rebuilding. Those of you out there that want to join us in what we're doing, regardless of what city you're in, I'm going to have courses for all that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to bring me in. We can do a hangout and I can help you do some stuff from where you are right now. You know what I'm saying? We're just bringing all the resources together that we have right now in our little city, and we're building. You know what I'm saying? And we're building. It's like we're building the ark. Those that's going to get on the ark, gonna get on the ark. Those that don't, when the flood come, motherfucker, good luck. I hope you can swim. This is Brother Hatim, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Listen, I'm out. All right. Right now we listen to Yesterday and Tomorrow by Mr. Deity, and of course we're gonna go out with my man. We're gonna go out with I've Had Enough by Orange 82. And I know y'all keep on saying, who is Orange 82? Go to orange82.com. I don't know how to pronounce the dude's name. What's the DJ's name? DJ Delfoot Chadbourne. That's as close as I can get to it. One of those complicated names, you know. So, I'm out.
Peace, this is Brother Hatim, and you have joined us on Giami Journey Radio. Be sure to check out our site and subscribe at tribe.giamijourney.com.
All my brothers and sisters.